So here's the question that I have for everybody. And this is going to make a lot of people mad. Why didn't Paul just say, come out of that man, you evil spirit?
So here's the question that I have for everybody. And this is going to make a lot of people mad. Why didn't Paul just say, come out of that man, you evil spirit?
Why didn't he tell him that? But it's not his fault because he's under an evil spirit. Wouldn't you want to set him free? Isn't that what you're supposed to do? Set people free? Okay, so why didn't you do that? That's the question you got to ask yourself. And I'm going to tell you why. Because this man was strategically put there by the chief priest or someone in power to manipulate an entire country. And Paul knew it. And he knew that this man that was there was not of God. This man was intentionally put there for a reason. You got to see it that way. Because Paul wasn't like, it wasn't like the woman who was following them around. You remember that? Do you remember that?
What you're saying is that he's not in ignorance.
He knows what he's doing.
That's what you're saying. He's not in ignorance.
Yeah.
And so what you're saying is
he's deliberately leading the whole nation into the ditch.
Right. It's not like he needed to be set free of something that he was struggling with. Right. It wasn't straight. He wasn't in agreement.
This wasn't like the woman that was following him around saying, these are the ones that follow the one true God, right? You guys remember that story? Yeah. And what they say, come out of her, right? This is totally different.
Right.
This is totally different. Which is even more interesting because when you read that story, you guys remember who it was that told the spirit to come out of her? Who was it?
Peter. Paul.
Who was it?
Paul.
Come on, guys. Who was it?
Paul.
Was it Paul or was it Peter?
No. Okay, Paul. No. It was Paul.
Who was it?
Peter.
It was Peter.
Peter. It was Peter.
Peter. Who was it?
Peter.
It was Peter.
Peter. It was Peter.
Peter. Who was it? It was Peter.
Peter. It was Peter.
Peter.
It was Paul. It was Paul. It was Paul.
Who was it?
Peter.
It was Peter.
Peter. It was Peter.
Peter. Who was it?
Peter.
It was Peter.
Peter. It was Peter.
Peter. Who was it? It was Peter.
Peter. It was Peter.
Peter. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to tell you what's crazy. I'm going to tell you what's crazy. If you read that, it was days.
That day, 3 days.
It was days, which means that patience. Peter wasn't patient before. Now he's super patient. 3 days. Do you see what's happening? Before, Peter would have just been like, now he's 3 days he's waiting. 3 days. He's like, hey, why is it 3 days? When you hear 3 days, darkness, it's so much there. So back to what I was saying. So there's this guy, here's a sorcerer. He had this whole nation, or this country, excuse me. And Paul knows this. Paul knows that the only way that this gospel is going to be preached is if the main guy comes to Christ, man. That's the only way it's going to happen. The only way it's going to happen. And hear me out. When you hear in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12, we don't wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities and powers. This is what's going on right here. And rulers. And where? Where are they at? In the heavenly realms, in the temple, high priest, chief priest, in the heavenlies.